Wow, it's really October. Okay. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessie, and today I'm going to be talking about all the books I plan on reading in the month of October. It's hard to believe that like summer is like already gone, but I'm living for it because October is like my favorite month ever, because Halloween, so that equals like spooky thrillers, and then also it's my birthday month, so low-key not excited about turning 30, but we're gonna go ahead and just move forward with all the books I plan on reading. So for my online book club, which is at LiQWYD Bookin', I am actually going to be doing a TBR jar, which I've never done before. So I'm really excited to get to this one. I got paired up with my friend Catherine, who was actually on my Jeopardy team, so I will link her Instagram down below in case you want to go follow her. But she actually chose 6 books for me to read. I have them written on these little like popsicle sticks, so randomly I'm just going to draw a popsicle stick and it's going to tell me my next book. The first book that she actually picked for me was Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter. I am so nervous to get to this one just because I've heard it's literally like trigger warnings for like literally everything. I'm not easily triggered on stuff. I don't like to read really graphic things, but I've heard this one is just nothing but a 5-star read, so I'm really excited to get to this one. So I'm excited she picked this one, but I'm also really nervous. So this might be a vlog in itself. Let me know if you're interested in that. I'm not 100% sure what this one is about, but I know it has to do with like, I think sister relationships, like one sister goes missing and I think the other sister tries to find out exactly like what happened. So the next one that she picked for me was The Sundown Motel by Simone St. James. I am really curious to get to this one because it's been on my shelf for the longest time, but this one has to do with, I think, 2 women. One of them is in the 1980s, and the one is like in present day, and it's the present day woman is the niece to the girl in the 1980s who goes missing after she was working at this Sundown Motel. The niece tries to go back to, you know, stir up, you know, the past and see exactly what happened to her aunt. So I'm really curious to get to this one because I don't know, just like the premise of like going to like a really spooky place to find out like exactly what happened gives me like Home Before Dark vibes. So I am really curious to get to this one. I've heard the other one that she has written, The Broken Girls, is better than this one, but I don't know. I'm going to keep an open mind about it and see what happens. The next one she picked was A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, which I don't have the physical book, but I know Amazon was actually running a deal for 99 cents for it, so I picked that one up and it's on my Kindle. Have no idea what that book's about. I think it's classified as young adult, which I don't think I've ever read a young adult thriller. I could be wrong though, but we'll see. But I think it has to do, again, small town murder. Woman comes in to kind of figure out what's going on. Heard nothing but great things. Didn't hear good things about the sequel, which I cannot remember the title to that one. But I am really curious to get to this one. I actually want a physical copy from Book of the Month, but they've been sold out ever since. So yeah. All right, halfway done through my jar. The next one is The Grown Up by Gillian Flynn, or Gillian Flynn. I think it's Gillian Flynn. I do not have this copy. I'm actually waiting for the library. I think it's being transported from like another branch to my branch, but this one is only 69 pages according to Jacqueline, and she raves about this one. And it is about, I think, like psychics and possibly like a haunted house, so that like, you know, that just says fall in itself. But yeah, I really don't know what it's about. I know it has an ambiguous ending, which I haven't had the best track history with that. So I'm hoping I do like this one, and it's a super short read. So I mean, I'm really excited to get to that one. So plus the only other Gillian Flynn one that I've read has been Gone Girl. So I'm curious to get to some of her other work. Moving on, we have Regretting You by Colleen Hoover. This one has been on my shelf forever. I actually swapped for it. So I love Colleen Hoover. I recently just read like, I think like 3 of her most recent books recently, and I loved all of them. So Colleen Hoover just does no wrong. And I'm so excited to get to her newest one in December. This one has to do with like a mother-daughter relationship. I think it's classified as like young adult, but I think it has to do with a mother who has a daughter, and I think like things that happened in the mom's past are similar to what's happening in the daughter's like present. I'm not 100% sure. I think it's best to go into Colleen Hoover's stories blind, because I don't know. Just, I love her writing. Her writing style is just wonderful, and I cannot wait to get to this one. So excited. And the last one in my jar is actually a book discussion in my book club, and it is One to Watch by Kate Salmon London. I've been getting into a little more romances. I know, super weird, but I'm living for it. But this one has to do with like the Bachelorette franchise, except it's called, I think, Main Squeeze, I believe. This one has to do with a blogger who kind of, you know, writes this article about how the show only picks like, you know, a certain type of woman, and how they need to have more plus size women on the show. And they actually reach out to her and ask her to be on the show. So she's not really trying to find love. She's just going on there to represent, I guess, plus size women. But I think she starts catching feels with some of the guys. So I'm super excited. I've heard nothing but great things. Gwen really liked this one. I love The Bachelor, and I think it comes back in October. So this would be a great pick to read this month. So yay. So those are my jar TBR book picks I have to read this month, but I do have a very small pile of other books I would like to get to. This was in my TBR last month, and unfortunately I did not get to it. I read the first chapter, but then I just wasn't in the mood for it. But I do want to read One Step Behind by Lauren North. Again, this one has stalker vibes. I think it's a woman who is being stalked, and then she actually has to take care of her stalker at the hospital, and it kind of flips where she's actually the stalker, not the stalkee. So I'm super excited to get to this one. So hopefully I get to it. Also, my friend and coworker Rachel, we would like to actually read The Stand by Stephen King. I'm kind of regretting it, like even saying that, because this thing is a chunkster. Let me just tell you, I feel like I'm going back into 11/22/63, but my mother has raved about this book, and I feel like just due to the circumstances with the world right now, I feel like this would be a good time because it's not so fresh. But this one has to do with like a virus or something like that, where it's spreading worldwide, and I guess a group of people trying to survive it. I have no idea, but I love Stephen King's writing. I'm hoping I can get to this one. I'm really hoping so. Next are two books I actually just picked up from the library. I have The Broken Girls by Simone St. James. I've heard great things about this one, so I'm hoping I like the Sundown Motel enough to get to this one, because this one definitely has like haunted, spooky vibes to it too as well. I don't know what this one is about. I think it has to do with like someone going back to like dig up the past and see what really happened. But I know this one has to do with like maybe an all-girls boarding school or like a hospital or some sort. Yeah, I really don't know. Thrillers are just great to go in blind, but I know it has like that spooky vibe to it, and I've heard nothing but great things. So really cannot wait to get to this one. And lastly, this one is something that I don't typically grab for. It's more of like a legal thriller. I don't really like legal thrillers, but I have Defending Jacob by William Landay. I heard Gabby talk about this one. I think she actually DNF'd this one, which I know is kind of weird. Why am I picking up? But she raved about the TV show. So this one has to do with a lawyer dad who is married, has a kid, and there's a murder that happens in the town, and he is assigned to the case, but things start to pop up to where it kind of sounds like his son is the prime suspect. So now he's like off the case. I don't know. Sounds really interesting. I'm really going out on a ledge on this one, so we shall see. Alright guys, those are all the books I plan on reading for the month of October. Definitely let me know in the comments down below what you plan on reading. And follow me over on Instagram and subscribe to this channel. And I will definitely see you guys in my next video. Hope you all are doing well.